Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Now, y'all might think I'm crazy for this, but I asked ChatGPT a question, right? I asked ChatGPT how to double 25,000, and this is what it had to say. So in this video, I'm going to share with y'all what ChatGPT had to say when I asked it, how do I double $25,000? We're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first suggestion that it gave was, okay, do you want to go safe and slow? Do you want medium risk, or do you want high risk? You want bold steps to get to the money fast. So I'm gonna start off, going slow, then medium, and then we're gonna get to the fast pace. So first is high interest savings and CDs, certificates of deposit. So ChatGPT said that high interest savings accounts and CDs have a 4 to 5% annual return, and it will take about 14 to 15 years to double that 25,000. Now, if you were to invest that same 25,000 into index funds and ETFs, which I don't know about y'all, but I've been hearing a whole lot about index funds and ETFs and everything. And I actually looked into some ETFs. You have to look into different companies, start with companies that you know. ETFs are stocks, by the way. They're stocks. Index funds are stocks as well. But they are basically like a combination of different stock companies. It's like pieces of, let's just, an example. So like pieces of Apple plus pieces of Amazon plus pieces of Tesla plus pieces of Nvidia. And it's different, McDonald's. And so it's different pieces of a stock put into this one ETF or index fund, right? And then you just pay the price of the ETF, and it gives you these different pieces of the stock. And so when those stocks do well, then the ETF increases and you make money. And that's how you make money off of index funds, mutual funds as well, similar to that. It's just different ways that the index, the mutual, and the ETFs are managed that separates them, but they're all basically combinations of pieces of stock. And so when the stocks do good, then you make money, you get a percentage, or you may even get a dividend. Some ETFs get dividends and everything like that. So that's just a little information that I found in my research. But ChatGPT said that historically around 7 to 10% average has an average annual return. Index funds and ETFs historically have around a 7 to 10% average annual return, which is more than the high interest savings and CDs. And if you were to average about an 8% return, you double your money, that 25,000, in about 9 years. Now, if you were like, okay, that's a little too slow for me. I want to pick it up a little bit, but I also, want to still kind of play it safe, right? There is a medium risk option that ChatGPT put out there. It stated that you can invest that 25,000 into individual stocks and dividend stocks. So stocks that have put out dividends, either monthly, quarterly, or yearly. If you research well or pick solid companies, again, starting with companies that you know, if you come across startups, doing your research, Google. I love Yahoo Finance. I have the app. They're constantly sending me updates, news articles, information, everything. So I definitely like Yahoo Finance when researching and looking at stocks and stuff. But make sure that you research very well. And ChatGPT is saying that you might be able to double that 25,000 in 5 to 7 years by investing in individual stocks and dividend stocks. But it comes with the risk, because investing in the stock market, there is going to be ups and downs. And as if you're someone who has been paying attention to the stock market, you see that we have been in a down. Okay, we have been in an extreme down the first 3 months of this year. Stocks have been losing value of more than 50%. And it was reported that the stock market had lost about $2 trillion, I believe. $2 trillion or $2 billion was lost in the stock market. People were losing their 401k in the stock market, the retirement, just a whole mess. So understand the risks that come with it, but there's also a huge return, because it can make you a lot of money if you pick good stocks and those stocks perform really well and give you a good return. Now, another option that is in the medium risk level is to invest that 25,000 into real estate. So flipping houses, which is where you get a house that is distressed, it needs to be fixed up. You pay to get that house fixed up, and then you resell it for a profit. And then rental income. So you buy a house, you rent it out, either long term or short term. And then REITs, REIT, which stands for Real Estate Investment Trust, which is a real estate stock, basically. It's a real estate stock. So companies that are real estate developers or own real estate companies, they have these real estate specific stocks that people can invest in. And when those properties do well, then it performs through the stock. So if you were to do any of these, you could grow your money at a decent rate about 5 years, 5 to 7 years. Now, number 3 is the aggressive and fast. Okay, you ready? Okay, so the high risk is to actually start a business. To start a business, a small business, or a side hustle. It is risky because you can put a lot of money into it and not see a return, or not see a return for a long time. You can pick the wrong product. You could pick the wrong niche. You could have a bad marketing plan. You could start a business and then things can change in the economy, such as with a lot of these restaurants. In my area, in my city, like a lot of restaurants that have been around since I was little have been closing from the pandemic up to just a few months ago. So it's definitely very high risk starting a business, but it could also double your money within a year or two if you pick the right niche, the right product or service, and you have a solid marketing plan that gets your business out there, attracts customers, and you are able to convert those customers into sales. So you want to definitely do your research, connect with different business coaches, marketing coaches, or hire a marketing firm, because marketing is the most important part of owning a business. You can have the best idea, you can have the best personality, you can have, you invested so much money, the prettiest website, the best copy, you're the best copywriter, the best writer ever. If you are not attracting people who are ready to buy, or you are not attracting people and you are unable to warm them up to buy, your business is going to fail. So you definitely want to either learn on your own and, go through a lot of trial and error. And that's where it can take you years to figure out what's going to work for your business and turn a profit. Or if you have the funds off top, then you can hire a marketing firm. You can hire a marketing coach, a business coach who can, help you figure that marketing piece out on how to attract your ideal client and get in front of your audience, and then how to convert that into sales. You want to get with somebody who definitely knows what they're doing and can help you to turn a profit quick, because the name of the game is to make money. If you're not making money, you don't have a business. So you want to make money as soon as possible, especially if you are investing a lot of money into this. You want to see an ROI, right? So, yeah, definitely lean into the marketing heavy, whether that is writing, whether that is doing videos, short form, TikTok, Instagram, shorts, or long form like YouTube or Pinterest or anything like that. You want to pick 2 solid marketing channels that you can lean into and go all in. Like, go all in, schedule your videos, write your talking points, and just press record and go. Like, go heavy on it. Like, at the beginning of the year, I restarted my YouTube and I went hard. Like, I was posting a video every day for 30 straight days. Now after that, I did get a little burnt out. So I did take like a week off. But when I came back, I started posting videos 3 times a week. And I found that is like the sweet spot. So posting 3 videos a week plus shorts in between. So you might be posting 5 days a week, 7 days a week. You got to lean into it heavy, to make sure that you're attracting people and you're making those sales. So that's the risk. The other option is to invest in crypto, high risk stocks, or options trading. The potential to double is much faster, but you also have a high chance of losing it. Me and my husband have dabbled in options trading. It's definitely risky. You can lose it all. You can lose it all in minutes messing around with options. So definitely be careful. Be careful out there. Do your research. Do not put in more money than you're willing to lose. And, just learn and try to come up with a strategy. Now, something else that it came up with was like a creative path, which is you spending the $25,000 on education, courses, or equipment that could lead to a high-paying freelance or business opportunity. Now, it gave 4 ideas for the creative path when investing in your skills, right? So number 1 was a small service-based business. Why? Because low startup costs and fast cash flow. So some examples could be you starting a social media management company for small businesses, content creation or ghostwriting for businesses, event planning, or a virtual assistance agency. You can use part of the $25,000 for branding, tools, marketing, and some contractors, and scale profits much faster than passive investing. Number 2 is to buy and flip. So if done right, this is one of the fastest ways to double your money. Such as if you were flipping websites. This is something that I just learned about. I came across a YouTube video about somebody who was flipping websites. So you buy under monetized sites, you improve them, and then you resell them. Flipping items such as cars, collectibles, technology on like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and then of course real estate flipping. So you can do wholesaling or micro flipping, and $25,000 seems to be enough, according to ChatGPT. It seems to be enough to get started in some markets. Now, number 3 is digital products. We've all been hearing about the increase in digital products, people saying that they've been able to make tens of thousands in digital products. So if you are someone who is good with technology, you're good at creating things, you can create things fast, you understand what people need, then you could definitely create a digital product and sell it online. So this has high profit margins because, again, you're not really paying too much in order to create the digital product, especially if you create it yourself. But there are other options out there. A lot of people are circulating PLR and MRR products where it's basically done for you, and all you have to do is purchase it, rebrand it, and then resell it, and you make money. And once the product is built and you have a good marketing system set up, then you're able to make money on autopilot without you really having to do a whole lot more effort. So once it's built, it's done, you're making money, boom, you can move on to the next thing. Now, some examples ChatGPT was given was to create an ebook, an online course, or a template. You could build a niche blog or a website with affiliate links, and you could use paid ads such as on Google or through Facebook to drive fast traffic. And number 4 is micro franchise or licensing. So you skip the hard part of starting from zero. So you're buying a franchise. A franchise is essentially a built for you business. You take over their framework, and they may even have the building already set up, built out for you. The equipment is already in there, and all you got to do is get your people in there and your employees and just go. So you buy a franchise, it's their framework. So then you do have to report and follow corporate guidelines and things like that. It's not your individual or your own company. A lot of franchises don't like a lot of change and stuff like that. So for some people, it may be a little restrictive, but if you just want to invest in something that's already built, you can get into a franchise, and they'll let you license their system for under $25,000. And then there are also vending machines. So you buying a vending machine, you putting it into another business, and people buy whatever is in the vending machine and you make money. ATMs, small scale cleaning services, or delivery routes. So again, these are businesses that are already set up, and they're allowing you to have your own franchise veered off of their business plan. Then ChatGPT came up with a combo plan, combo. So it suggested that you split the $25,000 into multiple different paths. So $15,000 can go into launching a business, a service business or a product business. And then $5,000 goes into marketing, because what I tell you, that's the most important thing, to drive leads. And then another $5,000 is to be used as a safety net for operating costs or side investments. So that $5,000, you could put that into a high yield savings account or into a stock or an ETF and let it, grow money, sit over there and grow money while you're actively building your business. So the key that ChatGPT wants you to know is that if you're serious, pick something that solves a problem for people who are already paying for it, and then test small and double down when it clicks. That's it. So that's the plan that ChatGPT came up with to double $25,000. It's definitely doable. It's definitely achievable if you double down on it. You come up with a plan and you put it into action. You can get, you can double your $25,000. The thing is, you gotta either have it or you gotta get it, and then this is how you can double it. But this can work for any amount, you know, starting with whatever you got. You could definitely use any of these strategies to get your money to start making you money. All right, so that's all I got for this video. Make sure that you like this video and you subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you in the next one.